Representative Toby Tiangco of Navota City suggested that Zal Vico, the Ako Bicol Party List representative, should return to the Philippines and face the allegations against him, including serious questions surrounding the national budget and flood control projects. Tiangco called for Ko to present a medical certificate, saying it's important to determine whether his health condition genuinely prevents him from returning. And if it's not life-threatening, Tiangco stressed there is no justifiable reason to delay facing the investigation. Tiangco also urged the House to consider suspending the ongoing Infrastructure Committee hearings now that the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, ICI, is stepping in. He believes consolidating efforts under one independent body could lead to a more credible and streamlined probe, avoiding overlapping or politically compromised inquiries. Now, to tell us more on Interface, we have Representative Toby Tiangco joining us via Zoom to share his insights on the path forward for Congress and the importance of restoring public trust amidst controversy. Good evening, Kong. Charms Espina here from PTV News Tonight.
Yes, good evening, Charms.
Good evening, Congressman. You know, you have made the rounds in different networks, and we are very honored to have you here spending a few moments of your evening for Interface at PTV News Tonight. So let's get right down to it, Congressman Toby. You have been very vocal about your thoughts of the current situation of Representative Zal Vico. What specific red flags led you to question the legitimacy of Ko's medical leave?
Yun na nga, because he's supposed to be under medical leave, so dapat sana malaman natin kung ano ba talaga yung kondisyon ng kanyang medical leave, no? Pero mas maganda po yung ginawa ni Speaker Boji dahil sa kanya, dinirekta na niya, kinancel na po yung travel authority, so he must come home, right? So mas maganda yon, mas maganda yung ginawa ni Speaker Boji.
Okay, Kong, is there a protocol for this if a congressman is sick and perhaps requires medical attention? Meron ba tayong specific measures to go about this and do it the right legal way without avoiding, I would say, suspicion?
Doon sa rules namin, walang specific, no? Walang specific. Kaya nga, mas mabuting kinancel na yung travel authority. Then, tingnan natin kung ano magiging sagot ni Congressman Saldico, no? Kasi doon sa rules ng House naman, wala naman nakasabi doon kung ano ba talaga yung alituntunin ng iyong pag-apply ng medical leave.
Kong Toby, I mean, honestly, do you think that there has been a deliberate effort to avoid accountability by remaining overseas during the height of investigation? I mean, we all know what everyone is saying in social media and the rest of the public. What are your thoughts on this?
I think the most important thing is, of course, we will. It may seem that si Congressman Saldico is hiding from accountability, pero makikita natin yung pagkakaiba kaagad ng bagong speaker kasi yung dating speaker, nung panahon ni former Speaker Martin Romualdez, there was no effort to bring back Saldico. Now, nakita natin desidido ang liderato na kailangan ibalik talaga si Saldico. So yun yung napakalaking diferensya.
Okay. Kong Toby, critics are arguing that perhaps demanding a medical certificate borders on overreach. How do you respond to criticisms like that?
No. I don't think so. He must justify why he is still out of the country when he is in the center of all this controversy.
Okay, we have recently just had the first hearing of the ICI earlier today, the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, and you've called for the suspension of these hearings. What risks, for the committee hearings rather, what risks do you see happening by continuing the committee hearings alongside the ICI hearings?
Kasi doon sa hearing namin, it is very clear that a congressman is exempted, di ba? We cannot summon him. He is not required to testify under oath. So he is exempted, while all others are not exempted. So hindi po equal ang treatment sa congressman saka sa ibang mga kailangan magpaliwanag. So mas mabuti yung sa ICI, at least lahat ay equal.
Okay, Kong Toby, no, for the benefit of those that are still trying to understand the actual role of the ICI versus the committee probes that are to be happening, how would this work hand in hand with each other? Is this completely independent? Are there individuals that would also be used to speak from the House? I mean, how would this work out?
No, if I had it my way, I think the better way to do it is whatever findings the ICI will come out with, that is what we will work on legislation. Ibig sabihin, paunahin na natin yung ICI para hindi lumabas na meron tayong pinoproteksyon ng congressman, and then kung ano yung lumabas doon sa kanilang sa resulta ng kanilang trabaho, yun na ang gagawa natin ng batas na kinakailangan.
In your view, Kong, is the creation of the ICI a sign that existing congressional oversight mechanisms are maybe no longer trusted by the public? That's why napunta doon sa pag-create ng ICI.
Hindi naman po, hindi naman eksaktong gano'n, no? Ang ibig sabihin lang nun is talagang sa investigasyon dapat yung ICI. So yung sa amin, legislation, kaya kung ano po yung legislation na kailangan, doon lang natin ibase doon sa resulta ng ICI. Because ito lang dito kasi parang may conflict kasi ito lang naman yung investigasyon na tila may involved na congressman, no? So para hindi kaduda-duda sa ating mga kababayan kung pinoproteksyonan ba natin yung kasama naming congressman, mas mabuti na ICI na po ang mag-imbestiga.
Okay, this I think is a very important question, although we lack a little bit of time. It is said that the new speaker inherits a fractured House, but overall has more support than the previous speaker. So, with confidence in the legislature shaken, what reforms, Kong, would you propose to ensure transparency in not just infrastructure budgeting, but all projects moving forward? I know that's a very big question, no? But I'm sure you have an idea in mind.
Okay. Number one is pagbalik namin after we pass the budget. I think we must give a free hand to the new speaker to choose leadership positions. Kasi diba, if we want him to reform the House, we must give him a free hand also to work with those he's comfortable with. Mahirap naman yung siya lang ang papasok diyan, mag-isa lang siya, tapos matitira lahat ng mga nahandyan. Paano naman natin siya ma-expect na magagawa yung reforma? Number one yan. Number two, ang reform ang gagawin natin, siyempre, number one is magtiwala. That is the number one reform, na magtiwala yung taong bayan doon sa House muli. So, para mangyari yan, hindi lang pwedeng salita, sabi nga niya, kailangan makita talaga ng tao yung resulta ng ating mga ginagawa.
Congressman, with the 1 trillion peso march happening this Sunday, do you believe that these probes should end with the DPWH probes, or should we continue making sure that transparency is seen in all agencies?
Are you referring to the ICI, or what are you referring to?
Well, the ICI was created to investigate infrastructure project anomalies, but with the 1 trillion peso march happening this Sunday, it is but a symptom of people wanting their government to work for them. And I believe that, representatives like yourself have been very vocal about making sure transparency is reflected not just in the DPWH sector, but others. Would you agree?
Yes, of course. Naputol yung Zoom, Hindi ko alam bakit. Yes, of course, we agree. We totally agree on that. That transparency is not only for infrastructure projects, but also projects and services and programs of the government. Pero kasi dito pinakamalaking kontrobersya, so dito po yung dapat nating unahin.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Representative Toby Tiangco. Always a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you again.
Happy weekend.